Conor Benn versus Shakur something you would like to?
DM each other like every other day about it. They go back and forward, back and forward. Conor Benn will fight anybody. You know, I think what Shakur proved tonight is that he is just a generational talent. I mean, he made an elite fighter look very, very average tonight, and to be a 4-division champion.
It was an amazing night. I put the work in. I stayed disciplined throughout my camp. I was in tremendous shape, and T.O., he's a hell of a fighter, but I was the better man tonight.
Guys, just raise your hands, please, and the microphone will be brought to you. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, man. Great performance, obviously. Did you feel at some point that you demoralized him and he was just kind of trying to get to the finish line?
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on a great show tonight.
Let's make it happen. Okay? Eddie, I want him. He's cool. He's cool. I got him. Okay?
I know you just said it'd be a massive challenge for Conor, but is it a bridge too far? You know, going to 147?
Well, I think that's the only way Shakur's going to get beat. Like, you know, on a level playing field, it's very difficult for Shakur to get beaten by anybody, because a level playing field probably for him is 135. I actually thought he looked quite powerful at 140. I actually thought he could have stopped Teofimo Lopez if he would have maybe put his foot on the gas. Didn't need to.
What do you think about his call out, Conor?
He can get it. You think I'm worried? Yeah, he will know he's been in a fight. He'll go home sore and broken. He'll know he's been in a fight.
Are you willing to agree to that rehydration clause?
He ain't making excuses already. If you want to come up with the big boys, come up with the big boys.
So how does the fight happen? Because he's too small otherwise.
Well, they ask that to him. But don't be talking ring and then want to come up with something.
After outclassing Lopez to claim a 4-division world title, Shakur Stevenson turned his attention to Conor Benn, issuing a challenge under the same rehydration clause that applied to Chris Eubank Jr., signaling his readiness to face Benn on equal terms. Stevenson used the moment to challenge potential future opponents, specifically urging Conor Benn to step up, while emphasizing his readiness to compete at higher weight classes. He highlighted his focus on staying unbeaten and continuing to prove himself against top competition, underscoring his status as one of boxing's most skilled and disciplined technicians.
When we saw Conor Benn in the ring with you and the idea of you two fighting, for British fans, it would come as a bit of a curveball. You now have 4 different weight world titles, and Conor's not boxed for a world title. Yeah, what's going on between you two? Why is that a fight that you like?
I'm into big fights. I like big fights. I like big money fights. I like proving that I'm the best, and I like doing things that people say I can't do. There's a lot of people that will say that I'm too little for Conor Benn, and I can't do it. So it makes for a tremendous fight.
And Eddie mentioned that there's quite a few that DMs go back and forth between you two. Is it all amicable? Is there a bit of aggro going on?
It's gonna be a good beef. I like the beef. I like the story behind it, and it's a tremendous fight.
Conor Benn fired back by mocking Stevenson's size, claiming he's too small and lacks punching power. He also rejected the idea of a rehydration limit for a potential matchup, making that clause a major sticking point in any negotiations between the two fighters.
What do you think about his call out, Conor?
He can get it. You think I'm worried? Yeah, he will know he's been in a fight. He'll go home sore and broken. He'll know he's been in a fight.
Are you willing to agree to that rehydration clause?
He ain't making excuses already. If you want to come up with the big boys, come up with the big boys.
So how does the fight happen? Because he's too small otherwise.
Well, they ask that to him. But don't be talking ring and then want to come up with something.
Thank you, Conor.
Thank you.
Conor Benn also praised Shakur Stevenson, calling him a phenomenal fighter and a future pound-for-pound star, while noting that Stevenson made the fight look surprisingly easy, earning credit for his dominant performance, despite Benn finding the action a bit boring.
Great fighter, phenomenal fighter. Boring, but he's a future pound-for-pound great, you know what I mean? He's a good fighter, but boring.
Were you surprised at all that the cards were what they were and that it was
I was surprised. he made the fight look as easy as he did. Very surprised. Credit to him.
Shakur Stevenson also described the build-up to a potential fight with Conor Benn as going to be a good beef. He expressed excitement about the rivalry, teasing fans with the drama and intensity that could make the matchup as compelling outside the ring as it promises to be inside.
It's gonna be a good beef. I like the beef. I like the story behind it, and it's a tremendous fight.
Excuse me. Yeah. Shakur, Kevin Garcia. I just wanted to follow up on the Conor Benn conversation. I saw him after the fight, and I just asked him, I said, hey, would you agree to that rehydration clause? And he said, F no. So my question for you is, how does that fight get made then?
If he's not going to agree, then we probably don't fight. So he's just wasting time. We'll see. But I'm a businessman at the end of the day. And like I said, he did a rehydration clause with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank was in the ring half dead. Why can't he do the same thing?
Ben also recognized Shakur Stevenson's skill, but dismissed his style as boring, implying that he finds Stevenson's approach in the ring unexciting. He criticized the lack of aggression or flair, suggesting that Shakur's methodical style makes fights feel predictable.
Listen, he's a great fighter, you know, and he's a future pound for pounder. But ultimately, he's boring as fuck. I mean, oh my gosh, boring. But he's a great fighter. Depends what you like to watch. I like entertainment. I like value for money.
Did you not think, though, it was a dominant performance?
Extremely
and that
dominant.
in turn...
Extremely dominant, but that means it was exciting or entertaining.
So is that not a fight that you would want? Because I know you want...
We can do it next, no problem. If he wants it next, he can have it. He ain't going to call me out. You know, I'm here in his home city. Do you know what I mean?
Why are you levels above, in your opinion, then, Shakur?
It's not even levels above. He's a smaller man, and I'd use that to my advantage. I'm too explosive, and I punch a lot harder.
But earlier, I saw you with Rolly Romero. It got a bit heated in front of me. What happened there?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm just on smoke.
Is that the fight you want next, then?
Listen, all of them can get it. I'll come over here if I'm all over here.
You said yesterday that that was the fight that you wanted to make, and on the red carpet you were saying to him, let's make it now.
I feel like Ryan Garcia's the fight to make, but if that fight don't materialise, well, listen, I ain't short of options.
Shakur Stevenson expressed his ambition to achieve major milestones in boxing, showing no fear of tough challenges. Responding to critics who claim he's too short to face Conor Benn, he confidently vowed to prove them wrong in the ring.
I'm into big fights. I like big fights. I like big money fights. I like proving that I'm the best, and I like doing things that people say I can't do. There's a lot of people that will say that I'm too little for Conor Benn, and I can't do it. So it makes for a tremendous fight. It's gonna be a good beef. I like the beef. I like the story behind it, and it's a tremendous fight.
Just wanted to follow up on the Conor Benn conversation. I saw him after the fight, and I just asked him. I said, hey, would you agree to that rehydration clause? And he said, F no. So my question for you is, how does that fight get made then?
If he's not going to agree, then we probably don't fight. So he's just wasting time. We'll see. But I'm a businessman at the end of the day. And like I said, he did a rehydration clause with Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank was in the ring half dead. Why can't he do the same thing?
Eddie Hearn has raised excitement about a possible fight and said he's very hopeful it can happen. He explained that a lot depends on the details, like agreeing on the date, the weight both fighters will fight at, and the contract terms. If all of these are worked out, he believes the fight could become a reality, giving fans a huge and exciting matchup to look forward to.
I was fully confident he'd win the fight. I didn't think he'd win it as widely as that. It made him look average in there. And that's because Shakur is so good, his IQ is so good, his footwork is so good. I actually think he could have stopped here, but didn't need to. It was so easy. He's a 4-division world champion at 28 years of age. Phenomenal. I think sometimes people think that you know, Teo can do a little bit more, but like every time he tried to, he was just getting countered, peppered, and yeah, it was phenomenal to watch. I still dream of Conor Benn winning a world title. He also squared off with Rolly Romero tonight. There's another potential fight. His Excellency talked about a Ryan Garcia fight in September. Shakur's, you know, these guys are DMing each other saying let's fight. So we'll see. The plans are well and truly underway for Conor, and hopefully we can get that fight locked in for May. Conor, like, as soon as he heard his name, he was straight in there. So that's what you get from me. As I always say, it's on site with Conor Benn, and looking forward to getting his next fight over the line.
Eddie Hearn praised Shakur Stevenson as a generational talent, noting how he made an elite fighter look average edge and became a 4-division champion at just 28. He said Conor Benn would face a huge challenge against Stevenson, but emphasized that Benn is willing to fight anyone. Hearn also expressed interest in seeing Benn win a world title and highlighted his recent face-off with Rody Romero as an exciting matchup in the welterweight division.
Is Conor Benn versus Shakur something you would like to...
They DM each other like every other day about it. They go back and forward, back and forward. Conor Benn will fight anybody. You know, I think what Shakur proved tonight is that he is just a generational talent. I mean, he made an elite fighter look very, very average tonight, and to be a 4-division champion at 28 years of age is unbelievable. And the way that he's doing it, he's not even coming out of first gear. So Conor Benn would have a massive challenge on his hands, but he's up for anything. Now, I want to see Conor Benn win a world title. He also faced off with Rody Romero tonight, which is a great fight in the welterweight division. So Conor Benn will fight anybody. I have no fear of that.
Eddie Hearn explained that moving Shakur Stevenson up to 147 lbs might be the only scenario where he could face a real challenge. He said Stevenson is extremely hard to beat, with a natural level playing field around 135 lbs, though he looked powerful even at 140, and could have stopped Teofimo Lopez with the right openings. Hearn noted that at 147, Conor Benn's size and punching power give him an edge, even if he lacks experience at the world level, making the fight a tough but intriguing matchup.
One, do you think that, I know you just said it'd be a massive challenge for Conor, but is it a bridge too far? You know, going to 147?
Well, I think that's the only way Shakur's going to get beat. Like, you know, on a level playing field, it's very difficult for Shakur to get beaten by anybody, because a level playing field probably for him is 135. I actually thought he looked quite powerful at 140. I actually thought he could have stopped Teofimo Lopez if he would have maybe put his foot on the gas. Didn't need to, but I thought his punches looked solid in there tonight. I thought he looked like he had the heavier hands of the two. So, but Conor Benn can crack at 147, and he's a big 147. So, you know, what he's lacking in probably a little bit of experience at world level, he's making up for in size.
Eddie Hearn added that the Benn versus Stevenson fight faces major hurdles because Benn flat out rejected a rehydration clause. He described the matchup as more of a fantasy fight for now, noting that Shakur doesn't necessarily plan to move up to 147 lbs. Hearn reminded that when Eubank fought Benn, they negotiated terms across weight divisions, and similarly, any deal here would depend on what both sides accept. He added that Benn would be coming down to his natural weight, while Stevenson would move up a division, making it a tough fight. Hearn emphasized that Benn has size and punching power, while Stevenson brings experience, and expressed interest in seeing Benn compete for a world title at 147 as he continues to develop.
I asked Conor after he got out the ring, you know, would he take that fight on with the rehydration clause? He said no. He said F no, to be exact. How does that fight get made then, ever?
I mean, it's up to Shakur, you know. I mean, look, I think that it's a kind of like a fantasy matchup. I don't think Shakur necessarily has plans to move to 147. You can speak to him about that soon. But, you know, when people talk about the rehydration clause, people say, well, Eubank had a rehydration clause. Conor moved up 2 weight divisions to fight Eubank. And ultimately, you get what you negotiate. So that's what we agreed to. It's up to Conor Benn whether he does the same. But he would only be, you know, he'd be coming down to his natural weight. So, and Shakur now would be coming up 1 division.
Last question, do you want to see that fight?
Yeah, I think, I mean, it's just a tough fight. Like, you know, like I said, Conor has the size advantage, he can really punch, and I think he's live against anybody, but, you know, Shakur has great experience. And I would like to see Conor Benn fight for a world title at 147, and I think those fights, I think Conor's going to get better and better.
Edgar Berlanga also showed real excitement about the idea of Shakur Stevenson facing Conor Benn in London, seeing it as a major event for both the sport and the fans. He pointed out the combination of talent, style, and fan appeal from both fighters, saying it could easily headline a big card and attract attention worldwide. For Berlanga, the fight has all the ingredients of a true blockbuster, far more thrilling than a regular title defense.
Shakur Stevenson, what did you make of his performance this evening?
BTA. Easy work, man. My brother did his thing. I'm proud of him.
Look, people did have him as a favorite going in, but he dominated that fight. Emphatic.
I texted him that last night. I said, go in there and just dominate him. And that's exactly what he did. You know, he shout out to Shakur. You know, he did his thing, and I'm proud of him.
There's a lot of talk about him in the pound-for-pound list. Where does that put him now?
One of the greats. Future great for sure, future legend.
Last one for you. We saw Conor Benn get in the ring. They had a bit of a heated
That's going to be a
round
good
there.
one, man. They got to do that in London.
Is that a fight you want to see, though?
Hell yeah, Conor Benn is my brother too, man. So that'll be a goodie right there, you know?
Who's going to win that fight then?
I don't know, no comment. Those are my brothers, man. They're going to make a lot of money, that's for sure.
Meanwhile, Conor Benn pushed back strongly against Shakur Stevenson's request for a rehydration clause, turning the negotiations into a spectacle. When Stevenson suggested Benn follow the same limit he agreed to against Chris Eubank Jr., Benn didn't just say no, he demanded a massive payday. Reports indicate Benn said he would only accept the clause for around $20 million, effectively making it a condition tied to major financial compensation rather than agreeing on Stevenson's terms under standard conditions.
He was the one talking,
He wants a
not me.
rehydration clause.
Yeah, well, he can, you know what, I'm going to keep it PG today, but he can go himself.
Yeah.
And if he wants a rehydration clause, pay me 20 million, I might consider it.
Yeah.
20 million, that's the number. But I'll happily give him a beating for free as well. So it's like a bit of a, like I'll do it for free, but then also, yeah, if you want a rehydration clause, do it for 20 mil.
Yeah.
You ain't calling those shots.
Trainer Wally Moses has commented on rehydration clauses, explaining they exist to stop fighters from gaining too much weight after the official weigh-in, which prevents one boxer from entering the ring with a big size advantage. Stevenson has linked a potential fight with Conor Benn to this type of clause, noting that Benn accepted it in his bouts with Chris Eubank Jr. Moses hasn't publicly compared Benn and Stevenson in detail, but his training philosophy focuses on strong defense and technical skill, areas where he clearly believes Stevenson has an advantage.
Would you like to see Shakur campaign up moving forward? He's flirted with going back to 135. The Conor Benn fight's been talked about a lot tonight.
Unfinished business at 135, and you know, the 130 Conor Benn and all that. Those things is things that he wants. See, the one thing is Shakur will take on any task. He don't like a challenge. He loves a challenge. So anybody challenge him, he can get it. We're lucky he didn't have to fight Anthony Joshua. He didn't challenge.
Wally Moses weighed in on Conor Benn, noting that while Benn may look big, moving up a weight class adds about 7 pounds, and appearances can be deceiving. He cautioned against overestimating Benn's power and strength, saying that while some might see him as a killer, that's not how Moses views him. He emphasized that size alone doesn't determine threat level, pointing out that walking around weight doesn't always translate to danger in the ring.
Conor Benn, it sounds like, you know, the guy went after it a little bit, which is great, right? I mean, it kind of builds up something, but that's another weight class, right? Another 7 pounds.
Another weight class, but you know, when I seen Conor Benn, you know, just now, you know, he came up there with the aspect like he's a really big guy, but he's not a really big guy, you know, so I don't want people to think he got so much power and he's so strong, you know. He's not no killer. You see him? Seem like a killer to you? Not to me, so. And he walks around with blonde hair.
Shakur Stevenson's call-out of Conor Benn isn't new. The rivalry has been building for months. Earlier in 2025, Stevenson publicly challenged Benn, even offering to move up in weight to make the fight happen, and taunted him on social media. Their tension has also played out in live interviews and studio segments, where heated exchanges nearly turned physical, with both trading digs over style, skill, and toughness.
Bro,
Went close to saying, all right, you got up to 160 then.
no, I'll fight you at 147.
Listen, I'll come back down and fight you at 147 in November.
November, yeah, I'm down.
Done. I'll fight you at
We just made the
147.
fight. I'm down.
I'll fight you at 147.
Look.
No. I don't hear no excuses. I don't hear no excuses. I could back to hear it.
After I beat you, just tell me I'm great.
But you ain't great. Like, listen, do you know what?
No, after I beat you.
I'm not gonna
after I
chat
beat
shit. I'm
you.
not gonna chat shit.
After I beat you.
I watched the fight. Your IQ's phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
Phenomenal.
Appreciate you.
You're not that
I thought
good.
you-
You're not
I
that
thought
good.
you
You're
did
not
good
that
your
good.
last fight
You're
too.
not that good looking, though.
Appreciate you.
So you can't take that one.
Okay.
But I will battle you at 147. I will battle
So
you.
we're gonna make the fight happen
Let's
at
make it happen.
147.
147
After I
December.
beat you,
But,
are you gonna tell me I'm great?
No, I'm not going to tell you you're great.
Why?
Because I don't.
If
think
I
you're
beat
great.
you,
Yeah,
I move up
but
2
you
weight
had the
classes
big-
to beat you.
If you beat me, I will. You know what? I'll tell you you're great.
And if you beat me, I'll tell you great.
All right, done.
But you're not beating me.
Stevenson reinforced the rivalry by highlighting his extensive boxing background. Starting at just 5 years old, he spent 23 years in the sport, using that experience to back his confidence. He insisted that Benn couldn't match him, emphasizing that his lifelong training and polished skills would give him the advantage if they ever faced each other in the ring.
How many amateur fights you had?
About 22, 24.
When did you start boxing?
17.
17 years old. You're cooked. You're cooked.
Because of
You start boxing at what age?
17.
You're cooked.
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. It's cooked.
You're
Like, what's
cooked.
cooked mean?
Meaning like you're in trouble.
You're cooked.
Of what?
Of me.
Of you.
Why
Of
do
taking
you
the
say
piss. Why is the 17 the indication that
I started boxing when I was 5 years old. I'm in this game. I've been in this game for 23 years. How many years you been in this?
It don't matter. We can do it.
You can't beat
Listen,
me.
That's fine.
You can't beat me.
That's fine. I
That's
love a
how I
challenge.
feel.
He's making me want to get up now and chill.
yeah.
You're making me want to get up now.
You're not gonna
fight.
You're not gonna
No,
do
but
that.
you're making me get up now and want to have a fight.
You're not going to do that though, champ.
Well, I know, but I know right now if we was to handle it, I'd handle it. You know
Bro,
what
that's
I'm
your
saying?
opinion. You're supposed to have your opinion.
Yeah, it's good.
But
You're supposed to
look. We're boxers. We're boxers.
We're
So
fighters, yeah.
let's keep it boxing.
You're a boxer. I'm a fighter.
Come in and fight me, and
I
I'm
will
going to
come in. I will
box your
come-
head off.
You do that, and I'll come there and take your head off.
And I'm going to box your head off.
You do your best.
On the other hand, Teofimo Lopez appeared visibly disappointed during interviews after the fight. He stressed the importance of accepting losses as gracefully as victories, showing the mindset of a seasoned professional. He framed the moment as a life lesson, saying true champions respond to challenges with heart and determination, reflecting resilience and composure under pressure. Yet, despite this controlled exterior, his words revealed a deeper emotional impact, exposing how much the defeat weighed on him beyond the confines of the ring.
Time to reflect and appreciate how well you've done so far in your career?
No, not at all. I hate myself for it, but it's part of it. It's just part of the life.
Or appreciate it as well?
I don't appreciate it. That's why.
Oh, I see.
I don't. I think that I get butchered, and I think God punishes me a lot for it. So I'm just a punching bag to that. So one day I'll get, maybe one day, but not yet.
We appreciate you, though, brother.
Not yet.
These guys appreciate you too.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I just never got my fair share. I never did. Not once, man.
That's the way you look at it.
Not once. But hey, that's just my journey. I guess I just never took on bad from it. So I just gotta keep it moving.
Final message to those fans and supporters of yours.
However, Shakur made it clear he felt Teofimo unraveled mentally as the fight went on. From his perspective, Lopez shifted into survival mode early, focusing more on lasting the rounds than actually trying to win them. That shift told him everything. He began dissecting the fight in a calm, systematic way, taking away options, drawing reactions, and capitalizing on every opening that appeared.
It was an amazing night. I put the work in. I stayed disciplined throughout my camp. I was in tremendous shape, and T.O., he's a hell of a fighter, but I was the better man tonight.
Guys, just raise your hands, please, and the microphone will be brought to you. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, man. Great performance, obviously. Did you feel at some point that you demoralized him and he was just kind of trying to get to the finish line?
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on a great show tonight.
From the opening bell, Shakur Stevenson dictated the pace and controlled distance, leaving Teofimo Lopez struggling to find rhythm or momentum. As the fight progressed, Lopez's frustration became evident. He attempted to adjust and push forward, but never gained sustained success. By the final bell, he hadn't achieved the breakthrough he needed, and his body language showed his disappointment. Though not overtly dramatic, it was clear Lopez left the ring unsatisfied with his performance.
Colin McGregor, NFL TV, Teofimo Lopez.
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing,
Your
man?
thoughts on tonight?
Just grateful to be here, man. That's all.
You put on a performance tonight and unfortunately came up short, but what was it that surprised you about Shakur Stevenson?
Nothing at all, man. Just didn't come with the right plan. That's all. Better man won tonight. Good fan.
Do you feel like you'd like to run it back at some point with Shakur? I know you're someone that always wants to like that time Kambosos beat you. You want to do it straight away, right?
We'll see what happens next, man. I'm gonna let my team do the work on that.
Teofimo, appreciate your time.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Appreciate
it, guys.
Shakur Stevenson thoroughly outclassed Teofimo Lopez, displaying flawless timing, pinpoint accuracy, and exceptional ring IQ. He dictated distance, anticipated every move, and neutralized Lopez's attacks, leaving him frustrated and off balance. The performance reinforced Stevenson's reputation as one of the most skilled and complete fighters in boxing today.
Shakur Stevenson's jab was on the money tonight. Beat him before and after the combinations. Wasn't the most entertaining fight because it was really a slow-paced type of a fight, pop-shotting, kind of in Shakur Stevenson's pace. And Teofimo Lopez needed to do something different in this fight. He needed to get, Shakur out of his character. He needed to push the pace, which he did in round 1, but wasn't successful. He was jumping into his punch, his lead hand was down, and he was getting clipped with every stiff jab possible. I mean, Shakur Stevenson definitely got one of the best jabs in boxing. I've been saying this for a while now, and it's really due to the snap of the punch and the relaxation. He's so relaxed in the pocket. He's so relaxed in the ring.
That's it from today's video, and who's next for Shakur Stevenson? Share your opinions in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos.